You think the misfit pumpkin who wanted to shove his face onto all the children and "Don't wake me up, Santa" were bad? Well, get ready for Picasso, Speedy, Cottontail. Dingo Pictures did a pretty good job of turning a whole village of Easter bunnies into jerks, but Bobby Goldsboro proved it only takes one awful Easter bunny to ruin the holiday. Time to sleep in, everyone. It's unfortunately Easter Egg Mornin. And based on the comments, Easter Egg Mornin seems to be the Bobby Goldsboro special that most people seen back in the day, and I'm sure that was helped largely due to the fact that the Disney Channel aired it. Thanks to the Disney Channel broadcast archives, we can see that apparently Disney aired Easter Egg Mornin at least once around Easter from 1991 all the way to 2000. Maybe this wasn't aired so much as an Easter special by Disney Channel as it was an April Fool's prank. Disney, I guess, said no thanks to both Lumpkin and Snuffy, but they were highly interested in Stinger, King of the Bees. Though that wasn't such a big hit like Easter Egg Mornin and only got shown a few times in 1992 and then 94. Easter Egg Mornin also has some confirmed merch for it with a storybook that came with an audio cassette. Like Snuffy and Lumpkin, the VHS for Easter Egg Mornin got distributed by FHE. But there was also an Australian VHS release that I want to mention because of this: Words and Music by Bobby Goldsboro. Words by. That's certainly an interesting writing credit. This is also the one movie where Bobby Goldsboro doesn't voice over half the characters and is only the Easter Bunny.
Well, after that narrow escape, the Easter Bunny is thinking that it might not be quite as easy as he thought.
Well, he's the narrator too, naturally. And a DVD of this one might exist, but then again, it might not. On Bobby Goldsboro's GeoCities era looking website, there's a section for the Swamp Critters of Lost Lagoon DVDs, and for some reason, Easter Egg Mornin is listed in there. Maybe there's some sort of tacked on intro for the cartoon by the Swamp Critters or something? This is also the only one of these cartoons you can find this way, and you can supposedly still buy it off the site. I don't know if that really works or not, though. I've not seen any evidence of one of these DVDs physically existing. I'm sure they're printed on demand, though, and the demand is probably nil. Now, Easter Egg Mornin is actually the best looking out of all these Bobby Goldsboroverse tunes. I mean that strictly comparatively, of course. It doesn't have as much of the weird analog horror vibe that both Snuffy and especially Lumpkin had, and mostly sticks to regular color shading instead of an overuse of gradients. So, yeah, it looks a little bit more like a real cartoon. I foolishly thought that this was because things had improved from the Snuffy and Lumpkin days, but no, Easter Egg Mornin has the production year of 1990. So, it actually predates Lumpkin and Snuffy. Maybe Easter Egg Mornin had a higher budget. You know, someone threw an extra $5 at them or something. Seriously though, there are real backgrounds here way more often than in Lumpkin and Snuffy, and I guess they thought they'd cover for that by just making everything a gradient hell. So, credit where it's due, things got worse. There's only two other voice actors in this than Bobby Goldsboro, Pat Childs and Timmy Tapin. And just like with Joe Loesch as the fabled man in car, Timmy Tapin also wore more than one hat on these Bobby Goldsboro tunes, and was the music director in addition to no one's favorite character, Owlbert. Stupid Owlbert, probably hatched from an egg, Bert.
It's the first egg that Dino's ever laid.
It's a beautiful Easter egg morning with a bright colored Easter egg sky.
How would I describe the sky today? Pretty Easter egg colored. The hell does that mean? I don't know.
And an Easter parade kind of feeling.
An Easter parade kind of feeling? I don't know how to feel about that.
When you wake up on Easter egg morning, it's the happiest day of the year.
Oh, no one thinks Easter is the happiest day of the year.
I tell you though, nothing says Easter to me more than seeing a mouse who was out on an all-night bender waking up in a pile of puke and trying desperately to find his house keys. Wow, these eggs sure are hidden well. Good job, Picasso half-assed Cottontail.
Tara, we've got to find the scariest Easter egg in the Easter egg patch.
Oh, for the love of fuck, Mom, get a life.
Easter egg morning. Just about the happiest day of the year.
Just keep driving, Speedy. We can't go to Easter jail. Not again.
But did you ever wonder where the Easter Bunny gets all those beautiful eggs?
No.
And did you ever wonder what Easter might be like without those eggs?
Also, no. You'll find I'm uncurious about a great many things, Bobby. I only worry about the important stuff, like slight variations of a Garfield book.
Well, this is the story of how Picasso's Speedy Cottontail learned a very important lesson.
I love how there's all these cartoons where characters don't get a proper name, but this stupid Easter Bunny is so cool, he gets two.
Our story begins in Barnyard, USA.
Ah, yes, it's my favorite U.S. state, Barnyard.
The Easter Bunny says it's an awfully tough job, but kids all over the world depend on me.
Old Picasso Speedy delivers to the whole world, does he? Guess that lame truck of his is a shitload faster than it looks. At least Dingo Pictures was more realistic and had the big Easter job split up between multiple Easter Bunny villages.
That's always what I think of when it comes to Dingo Pictures. The realism.
He doesn't know what hard work is. The hard part is laying all these eggs. Without our eggs, there wouldn't be any Easter.
And if you're Speedy suppliers for the whole Earth, you've seriously been egg pooping overtime.
If the Easter Bunny won't give us any credit, then we won't give him any eggs.
I mean, fair.
Blue skies above me, everybody loves me.
Give me some honey and all your money. And don't you dare bumble. I'm also super humble.
Retirality.
I am Speedy Cottontail.
Picasso Speedy Cottontail is a lot like a rabbit version of the Snuffy Sandman. He's full of it, and the chicks are just all over him.
There's no Easter without me. They sing songs about me.
They, as in you, sing songs about yourself.
But when you got to carry millions of eggs,
Guess in addition to his truck hitting ludicrous speed, it's also a TARDIS inside there.
I'm their amigo, a friend and a hero to every single boy and girl.
Nothing more endearing than starting off with your main character singing about how important they consider themselves to be. I've never sided with Daffy Duck more.
As Easter Bunny!
3 voices, Can't believe he didn't credit himself for Pepe Le Fuck.
Oh, it's Speedy Cottontail. I thought we ran that bastard out of town for good.
Wow, Speedy was pretty advanced for having a GPS back in those days. And of course, having carrot juice on tap in his truck. Speedy truly is the poster bunny for drinking and driving. He must also have that carrot jam jar and lettuce dispenser glued to his dash.
Seeing as you're not supposed to use a cell phone while driving, I can't imagine having a buffet while driving is quite on the level.
Oh, swoon, swoon! We need to get over how Picasso Speedy Cottontail is the best! Then he seriously drops the kid a signed headshot. Remember, you'll find this rabbit's ego inside each and every Easter egg. You might also notice something a little weird when old Speedy was performing his Johnny Cage friendship there. The headshot actually reads Peter Cottontail until it suddenly switches to Picasso. This is likely because the original Peter Cottontail story didn't actually become public domain until 2014, so they might not have been free and clear to use that yet.
I'm not Peter Cottontail. Let's stand in the middle of the road admiring Speedy's headshot.
Suddenly we hear the sound of screeching tires.
If only those stupid kids had a lumpkin face on them, they wouldn't be dead right now. Now, let's see these speeds Mr. Speedy goes at to deliver across the world. Seems about right.
Hello, Albert. Yes, it's me, the one and only Speedy Cottontail.
Can you imagine going up to someone, especially someone you apparently already know, and going, "Hello!
Yes, it's me, the world's biggest jackass.
Artist and world traveler, loved by all.
I'm glad to see you're still as humble as ever.
You'd better sleep with one eye open, you damn rabbit."
Hello, ladies.
Hello, sellers.
Val, baby, what are we doing here so early?
Well, it's that time of year. If you'll just load these eggs onto the truck, I'll be on my way.
And to prove I'm such a great guy, you'll all get a 5-cent raise and a headshot for you all to share.
We've decided it's about time we got a little credit.
Credit? Credit for what, Henrietta?
Yeah, he's the head of a company, alright. Also, this would fit these lines perfectly.
We've decided it's about time we got a little credit.
Credit? Credit for what?
Everyone knows that rabbits don't lay eggs.
I'm pretty sure Cadbury cream egg commercials would beg to differ.
Everyone knows that it's not the eggs, it's my unique painting on them that makes Easter special.
Paint your ass then, Speedy. That is, if you can manage to get your head out of there. So the chickens go on strike simply to be credited for their work, and Mr. Bunnyhole says, "Screw him, my ego can't handle any kind of shared credit." Perhaps one of the most preventable strikes of all time.
I can get eggs anywhere. I'm Speedy Cottontail, the Easter Bunny, and everybody loves me.
I'm fairly certain the scene that just happened proves that to be false. And it turns out Speedy doesn't have any clear idea whatsoever for Easter egg scabs. He just drives down the road trying to bum eggs off anyone he meets. Turns out laying off your entire workforce with no backup was a bad idea. Who knew? Next thing you know, Speedy will say,
Who cares about air traffic safety?
and start some moronic layoffs.
How hard can it be to paint these eggs?
How dare you think you can match Mr. Picasso's Speedy Cottontail's artwork? It takes a true genius to come up with such patterns as purple egg with purple jagged lines, or yellow egg with purple dots, or how about a blue and purple striped egg, or a blue and purple striped egg. Those chickens are in for a rude awakening.
I'm gonna be famous.
Ooh, that chicken needs to learn that fame is not for the birds.
When they see the Easter chicken, they'll all stand up and they'll put me in the movies when they get a look at these legs.
Oh, please, put those legs away. Wait a second, how are the two E's in Henrietta already revealed when the last letter is the E in chicken? That stupid bird doesn't know how Wheel of Fortune works at all.
There'll be no Speedy Cottontail.
Huh, I wonder who that's for.
For the first time ever, the Easter Bunny won't be delivering the Easter eggs.
How'd those eggs from earlier get delivered then? And who knew that there's no oceans in the world?
Meanwhile, the Easter Bunny drives deeper and deeper into the forest, looking for eggs.
Guess that's why he's not known as Picasso Thoughtful Cottontail.
This is gonna be easy. Everybody loves me, and they'll be glad to give me all the eggs I want.
Everyone knows that wild animals are just wild about other creatures threatening their young.
I was wondering if you'd mind if I borrowed a few of your eggs for Easter. I'm running a little short this year.
Child murderer! Child murderer! Of course you can. Come inside.
Please eat him. Please eat him.
Turns out the snake actually has quite the spacious cave, so maybe she really doesn't care about her babies as she shoves the eggs out onto the welcome mat.
Won't you sit down?
Well, I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're the one being an egg bum. The least you can do is slide down her throat. I'm also very impressed with this snake's ability to put lipstick on and chop carrots.
And for dessert, you're gonna get a very big surprise.
Does she just always have a bowl of carrots at the ready to lure in stupid rabbits?
I'm really not that hungry. I just couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, we know that's a lie, Mr. Buffet Dashboard.
How about a bowl of carrots in your face?
This massive failure was a victory!
Speedy was truly ahead of his time.
Well, after that narrow escape, he drives even deeper into the forest.
Just go to a farm or store, you stupid rabbit. His name should have been Picasso Cheapskate Cottontail.
There, on a strange-looking red carpet, surrounded by white fence posts, are dozens of eggs.
Oh, I do wonder where this is going.
Hello? Hello? Sounds like they're asleep inside this cave.
Somehow I can't see that this is a giant alligator mouth.
Like, wow, this gator must really talk a lot as Speedy is able to walk for multiple screens across its tongue.
I'll take some eggs and leave a note explaining everything.
I'm allowed to steal. I'm the Easter Bunny.
Well, guess he wasn't gonna get very far with these eggs regardless.
And this is no carpet.
It's a space station.
It's the happiest day of the year.
Picasso Speedy Cottontail truly is too stupid to live.
Boy, this is gonna be tougher than I thought.
Constantly almost getting eaten is worth it to not credit your workers, though.
Well, things aren't going very well for the Easter Bunny.
But oh man, those chickens sure are learning a lesson about how hard it is to do extremely generic patterns on eggs.
That looks awful. Well, look at yours.
Bobby Goldsboro's now up to 5 voices in this, so never mind about him not voicing half the characters.
Who ever heard of a polka-dotted Easter egg?
Picasso Speedy Cottontail has. And that one probably looks more like something you'd see in an art museum than his.
The Easter Bunny is right. He is an artist.
Yeah, that's right. They're both in the wrong. Not just the most arrogant rabbit in the universe. The chickens were wrong too.
Well, it looks like the hens are having just as much trouble as the Easter Bunny. well.
And that's kind of the big issue with the story here. If Speedy started out as this giant douche nozzle and then got brought back down to earth and settled properly with his workers, it'd be a bit of a better story. But they try to play it as a lesson for both sides when the whole issue is caused by Speedy being a jerk who couldn't bear to give credit. Then it takes old Albert 2 seconds of flying to find Speedy.
Maybe Speedy was an ironic nickname.
I'm running a little short on Easter eggs this year, and I was wondering if you could part with a few of yours.
I guess I can let you have one.
1 egg? She can only let me have 1 egg?
Beggars can't be choosers, you ass bit.
Must be behind these big rocks. Wait a minute. This is no rock.
It's a space station.
Wow, glad you did that bit twice, Speedy.
An ostrich egg.
Who knew ostriches laid ostrich eggs?
When you got to carry millions of eggs.
How the shit does Speedy carry millions of eggs if his truck falls apart upon one ostrich egg being loaded in?
Looks like you're not doing too well, Picasso.
You're the biggest failure on planet Easter.
I wish I could apologize to the hens, but
My ego won't allow it.
How do you let someone know that you need them when you've never shown them before?
There's gotta be some meaningless gesture to make this up without paying.
And how do you let someone know that you love them?
Wow, he went from
You can't have any credit to I love you.
Then Albert teaches us that carrot jam is apparently the perfect tire sealant. It even makes the tires stronger than before since they never unloaded the ostrich egg.
The Easter Bunny jumps in the Easter Egg Express. Meanwhile, the hens are realizing that they need the Easter Bunny just as much as he needs them.
Oh, can't believe those chickens dared to even consider throwing away their big bonus.
Oh, and you thought I was joking about him paying in headshots earlier.
ladies, you were right. Without your eggs, I'm just another cool bunny.
And not a damn thing was learned.
Oh, I'll admit, I'm a great artist.
Wow, it's very big of you to admit that, Speedy.
It's not our eggs that make Easter. It's your special way of painting them.
Oh, good. Well then, we can go back to you remaining uncredited.
I think what we've learned here today is
That Speedy needs to be executed.
Easter is less than 24 hours away.
I am Speedy Cottontail.
He is a blur as he paints 20, 30, 40 eggs at a time.
Who ever heard of a polka-dotted Easter egg?
And then somehow all the eggs just turn blue as they load them.
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
And some of Speedy's eggs really are just solid colors.
The hens could never paint like that.
Picasso, indeed.
He is moving so fast that before he realizes it, he has painted the front of Albert just like an Easter egg.
Well, see you next year.
That's right, suckers. I learned nothing, and now I shall rule this land forever. Ah, little help?
Oh, now suddenly Speedy's truck can handle giant ostrich eggs. Where's the consistency?
Little girls with their pink Easter bonnets.
Real creeps.
There's a nest with an Easter egg on it.
Where the hell are our actual eggs? They've been crushed!
Child murderer! Child murderer!
And you'll notice at no point was the proper credit thing actually worked out. Speedy's just going on his ego egg drive as usual. But hey, at least even the people who tried to end that miserable bunny's life still get eggs.
When you wake up on Easter egg morning.
There's nothing I can do but retire you to the old rabbit's home.
Screw you, Santa!
So, yeah, really interesting direction to go with this. Speedy's just a vain jerkass who never really learns his lesson. He just comes crawling back to the chickens because he's worried his fame will be hurt if he doesn't get his egg supply.
Disney Channel ran that for 9 years, did they?
I'm too famous to be retired.
Stew all you want, Speedy, but don't wake me up.